Good day! I am Lezlie Laboreda from Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management 4A. For me, one of the best things about traveling is the opportunity to immerse yourself in a new community, being able to learn more about the world and about people around you. That's why we are here with my teammates to discuss more about the country of Canada. Welcome to Canada!
Canada is the second largest country in the world, occupies most of the northern part in the North America, covering the vast land area from the United States into the south of Arctic Circle in the north. It is a country of enormous distance and rich in natural resources. The indigenous people live in what is now Canada for thousands of years. Before the first European arrived, they are known as the First Nations and the Inuit people. The first Europeans people to come to Canada arrived between 15,000 and 30 years ago across the land bridge that joined Asia and North America. Around 1000 AD, the Viking explorer Leif Erikson reached Newfoundland, Canada. He established a settlement, but it didn't last. In early 16th century, Europeans started exploring Canada's eastern coast, beginning with John Cabot from England between 1534 and 1542. Jacques Cartier made 3 voyages across the Atlantic, claiming the land for King Francis I of France. Cartier had 2 captured guides speak Iroquois word Kanata, meaning village. By the 1550s, the name of Canada began appearing on maps. Parts of Canada were settled by France and parts of Great Britain in 1605. Fort Royal was built in Acadia by the French led by Samuel de Champlain, and 3 years later he started settling Quebec. The French of Aboriginal people collaborated in the vast for trade economy driven by their demand for river fells in Europe. Outstanding like Chintalon, Bishop Laval, and Count Frontenac built a French empire in the North America that reached from Hudson Bay to the Gulf of Mexico. In the 1700s, France and Great Britain battled for the control of the North America. In 759, the British defeated the French in the Battle of the Plains of Abraham at Quebec City, marking the end of France's empire in the America. The commanders are both Army, Brigadier James Bolt and Marquis de Montcalm, were killed leading the troops in the battle. Following the war, Great Britain renamed the colony to the province of Quebec.
And now, let us talk about the culture in Canada. Known as the society, Canada's culture is unpinned by its tolerance, respect, and community orientation. Canadians are generally individualistic, yet they also emphasize and value everyone's contribution to their community. This has translated into the nation rule on the global stage. It has been involved in all of the United Nations peacekeeping mission and is a big donor of foreign aid. When we talk about culture, it is also include the word of family. The average condition in Canadian family has classically been understood as a nuclear family, with their extended family living separately. This remains the most common family unit. However, it can no longer be exact social expectation. There has been an increase in the number of single-parent households, most headed by women, since the increase of divorce rates in the past 30 years. The official language spoken in Canada are English and French, although there are many more English speakers than French. Canadians are proud of Canada and its reputation around the world. Canadians value equality, respect, safety, peace, nature, and they love their hockey. The best culture in Canada. Canadians are very polite and friendly because this is probably the most basic fact about Canadians. It's always been depicted that the way they are truly polite and friendly, even the buses say sorry when they are not in a service. This is also the first fact that I noticed about them. The second one is, in Canada, everyone is matter because interacting with people with culture differences can seem confusing at times. However, there's been reinforcement for all Canadians to love and respect one another.
Constitution of Canada. Greetings are usually informal in social settings. First names are normally used in initial introduction or shortly thereafter. A handshake is a common greeting between strangers. Shaking with a firm hand and the eye contact reflect confidence. Canadian may laugh lightly over handshake to diffuse the formality. French Canadians may also greet each other by lightly kissing both cheeks once starting on the left. Physical greetings depends on one's sense of another person's comfort level. Hugs, backslaps, and nods may all be used to create someone's nose well.
Hello everyone, this is RUSET from the STM4A, and today we are about to discover the beauty and tourist attractions in the second largest country in the world, Canada. Well, as we all know, Canada has a shortage of beautiful landscapes and interesting sights for travelers to explore. From coast to coast to coast, the country is home to vibrant and culturally rich cities along with incredible natural wonders. If you are looking for an amazing destination with beautiful scenery, lakes, lighthouses, mountains, and valleys, Canada won't disappoint you. Visit a quiet town, a national park, or a wilderness area not far from a major city for a vacation filled with gorgeous views, northern lights, waterfalls, and fun outdoors adventures. Canada got all for you. Let's take a look at the 3 best places to visit in Canada that should be on everyone's bucket list. Number 1 is the Niagara Falls. Open for 365 days a year, Niagara Falls State Park has awe-inspiring scenery. It's one of the most beautiful waterfalls in the world, so you have to absolutely include it on your list when visiting the country. It also features thrilling attractions, interactive exhibits, miles of hiking trails, and delectable dining options in a family-friendly environment. It's an adventure-packed experience, no passport needed, to experience an unforgettable and breathtaking Niagara Falls vacation. Number 2 is the Quebec City. It's the only fortified city in the North American continent north of Mexico. Stroll through the cobblestone street and soak in the city's magnificent heritage. Storied past and European charm, Quebec City is one of the most enchanting places to see in Canada. Because of its amazing attraction and activities throughout the year, visit the Citadel, an active military installation with over 300 years of history. Relax at Battlefields Park, the site of the fierce clashes between the British and French Empire. Today, within the park's 255 hectares, you'll find landscape gardens, monuments, fountains, and riverfront views. Number 3, Toronto. Even Canada is famous for its wildlife and natural landscapes. It also has some cool things to see in its cities. Try delighting yourself with some artworks in the Ontario's Art Gallery. You must visit the famous Hill House, an amazing piece of architecture built in 1903 by the business magnate Sir Henry Mill Pellet. This is a historical house usually used as a museum. It is also been used many times as a set of filming on movies and TV shows. It's totally worth taking a look at this creepy but fancy house. While exploring Toronto, you will see some interesting spots like CN Tower. Next to Ontario's lake, you can find this famous tower, the most popular in the country, 553.3 meters high, which will allow you to see the whole city from a panoramic view. The expanse of Canada's natural beauty, from mountains and glaciers to secluded lakes and forests, is almost unparalleled worldwide. But Canada's allure is not just the great outdoors. Canada has cosmopolitan cities that are clean, safe, friendly, and multicultural.
Pride Toronto is held on June 26 to 28. This stunning carnival is the celebration of the freedom and diversity of the LGBT community in Canada and the world. It is one of the biggest festivals in Canada in 2018 and is delegated and celebrated by LGBT community in Greater Toronto area. This festival started in 1981 as a protest over now infamous bathhouse raid in Canada and has become an annual celebration since then. Calgary Stampede is held on July 3 to July 12. One of the most interesting festivals in Canada. The Calgary Stampede is all about the cowboy country vibes, famed as the greatest outdoor event in the entire world. This festival takes place every year for a total of 10 days in the month of July, exhibiting the golden old-fashioned time in the funniest manner possible. The Calgary Stampede is responsible for showcasing the cultural diversity that exists in Canada. Vancouver Celebration of Light is held on July 25 to August 1. The Honda Celebration of Light is British Columbia's flagship public event and the largest annual offshore firework competition in the world. Staged along Vancouver's beautiful English Bay, the week-long festival showcases the city and the world stage and continue to be one of Vancouver's best-known and most popular summer festivals. The Honda Celebration of Light showcases pyrotechnic display by competing countries during the 3 fireworks night. World leaders in pyrotechnic industry come together to represent their country through choreographed firework displays set to theme music.
Bannock. You can beat bannock and bacon cooked over the fire. Delicious and versatile bannock is a simple bread that was once a key staple in the diet of Canada's Aboriginal people. Modern takes on bannocks include baked versions, which are heavy, and fried versions, which are crispy and fluffy on the inside. In the recent year, bannock has seen a surge in the popularity with the new twists and variations popping up in the bakeries and cafes nationwide. Potent few Canadian dishes are as a world renowned as the glorious creation known as potent. Crispy fries, squeaky cheese curds, and rich gravy all combines to create the meal of dreams. And each French-Canadian food is so popular that it can now be found all around the world. The classic version is great on its own, but toppings like pulled pork, bacon, and smoked meat really knock it out of the park. Saskatoon berry pie with ice cream. The Saskatoon berry is often described as having a sweet and almondy flavor, which makes it an ideal candidate for the perfect pie. Truly, a slice of this will change your life. It's no wonder the city of Saskatoon was actually named after it, rather than the other way around.
For do's and don'ts in Canada, for those, we have followed through on your word if you offer to do something. Respect the multicultural nature of the country and be culturally sensitive during communication. Be aware that communication is slightly more formal in Canada. If you do something inappropriate, it can be good to point out your own social indiscretion and apologize for them. And be yourself, keeping a calm, low-key, and lightened attitude toward things. For don'ts in Canada, we have do not boast or make ostentation comments that give the impression you see yourself as superior to others. Avoid confusing Canadians with those from the USA. Avoid public display of anger or other emotion that could cause social destruction. Avoid becoming overly combative or argumentative about continuous topics. And lastly, do not refer to indigenous people of Canada as native or Indians. These terms are now widely considered as offensive. So if you want to go in Canada, just remember these do's and don'ts.